Hello, welcome to my beautiful second home at the Boston Center of Contemplative Practice in Newton. I'm filming here this week in the meditation studio just to keep it interesting. And I hope you all are enjoying the at-home yoga so far. This week, we're just going to need a blanket. And if you'd like a chair, you can grab a chair. We're going to start seated. And if you have any trouble sitting on the ground, you can take a blanket or two or three and make a stack behind you and sit up cross-legged, one in front of the other. And you want to try to get your knees kind of at or below hip level so that your back doesn't round. You don't want it to be a challenge to stay upright. You want to be able to sit up straight through the spine, lifted chest. And if that's in the hips are gently tilted forward, a little pelvic tilt. If this is hard for you, grab a chair and come to seated. Either way is fine. So we'll start in a comfortable position on the seat, on the chair with your feet flat on the ground, or seated on the ground with a few blankets underneath your hips. And then bring your hands to your knees, palms down or palms up, or you can stack them in the center with your non-dominant hand on top. So if you're right-handed, your right hand will go on top of your left to rest into the hand. And we'll just start with eyes closed, taking a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Let it out gently through the mouth. Feel yourself arriving in your practice. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Notice the length in your spine. See if you can align your shoulders and ears and hips. Make tiny micro adjustments to your posture. And just settling in to your body by observing the breath. Let go of any tension in your head, in your face, any unnecessary tension in the arms, hips, or legs. If you'd like to set an intention, now is the time. And we'll begin with the sound of Om, bringing the hands together at your heart. Inhale. Om. Bring your hands down to your knees and just start to circle the head gently, creating a drawing with the tip of your nose in the air in front of you. And then change directions when you're ready to. Keeping your hands on the tops of the knees, just circle the torso around a few times, rocking front, back, side to side on the hips. Inhaling as you come forward, exhale as you go back. And then changing directions. Coming to central. You can switch the cross of your legs if your legs are crossed on the ground. Readjust your seat, whatever is comfortable. If you're in your chair, just stay as you are. And then we'll take the chin down towards the chest. And then bring your right ear towards your right shoulder without twisting your neck. Just a little bit of a side neck stretch. Bring your head back to center and lift up. A couple shoulder shrugs. And then bringing the chin down. And left ear towards left shoulder. Breathing into the stretch, the back of the lungs. Chin down and lift. Now we'll bring our right ear to the right shoulder and then gently look down towards your right knee. Just turning your nose. And turn to lift back up. Just a couple shoulder shrugs in between. And then left ear towards left shoulder. Gently turn your nose down towards the left knee. Turn back up and lift to center. We're going to take the right arm forward, and you're making a 90-degree angle between the upper arm and the elbow. So it's going to be elbow lined up with shoulder. Palm is open wide, thumb pointing towards you, pinky pointing away. Activate your arm. Feel the shoulder blade drawing down the back and squeezing in. And then you're going to take your left hand and press the palm of the hand into the elbow. Squeeze them together. Feel the spine straighten. Keep squeezing them together. Keep lifting through the crown of the head. And keep breathing. And release that hand down. Close your eyes. And if you'd like to, circle the head around a few times. Just gently letting a little movement help move through the body. Now taking the left arm up, again, 90-degree angles. Elbow aligned with the shoulder, wrist above the elbow. Pressing the right hand into the inside of the elbow. Squeeze them together. Feel your shoulder really activate. Keep squeezing them together and breathing steady. and release. Maybe shrug the shoulders a few times. Take your hands, palms together in front of you. Start to open them out to the side and turn them back behind you. As you reach back, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands back in front. This time you're going to inhale and turn the palms away from each other behind you. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale. Come on back. We're going to swing around onto hands and knees. So if you're on the chair, move the chair out of the way. If you'd like to, put the blanket under your knees for tabletop position. Taking your hands directly underneath the shoulder blades, knees directly under the hips. Line up like a square, and then drop the belly, lift the chin for cow pose as you inhale. And then exhale, press the ground away. Really draw the belly up, chin to chest. Inhale, lower into your cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round spine. Continue on your own, following your breath. Inhale and exhale, following the movement. Breath follows movement. And then when you're ready to, bring your big toes to touch, widen your knees, and sit the hips back on the heels. So if your knees are at the edge of the blanket, you may want to slide your knees up so your whole shin is on the blanket. Walk the hands forward and let the forehead rest on the ground. If the forehead comes to the ground and the hips pop up, maybe bring your hands underneath your forehead and stacking your arms so your forehead has something to rest on. Try to relax your hips so that the tailbone can gently release down towards the heels. Expand. Belly against the thighs. Exhale. Releasing the tailbone, releasing the spine. Follow the breath. And then slowly come on up out of your tabletop position. Slide your blanket off to the side. And crawl forward, coming onto your back. And hugging the knees in when you get there. Gently rocking side to side or circling the knees around a few times. Changing directions. And holding the right knee in towards the chest, slide the left leg down the mat. Squeeze your knee in towards your chest. And just like in child's pose, as you inhale, expand the belly against the thigh. And as you exhale, squeeze the thigh a little closer towards the chest. Release the right leg and slide the left leg in to the hands. Change the grip of your hands. Hug the knee towards the chest. Each breath, little tiny action of deepening the stretch. And then releasing that leg, laying flat on the ground. Just relax, let the hands relax. Let the face relax. Step the feet up towards the hips so that the heels are as close as you can get them to the hips. Arms by your side. Make sure your back is comfortable. Shoulders can slide down a little bit. We're going to take a moving bridge pose. So inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. Try to draw the chin towards the chest, chest towards the chin. Elongate the back of the neck. Exhale, let the chin and neck relax and lower. Inhale and lift. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other as you lift the hips, chin towards the chest, elongate the back of the neck. Exhale, lower. Inhale and lift up to bridge pose. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Hug your knees in, again, hands separated, and just roll the low back around on the mat. So massage the low back, let the knees just fall into the fingertips and change directions. Let the feet come down, arms wide. Drop the knees to the left and look to the right. Coming back up through center, knees to the right and look to the left. Coming back up to center, roll it over onto one side and press yourself up through a seated position, swinging back around into your tabletop. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, hips high. Exhale to round. Inhale. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees up, and stretch the backs of the legs long. You can reach back and up through the tailbone, lift the heels high, inhale, exhale, lower the heels, lift and lower, or bend one knee and then the other, side to side. Slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand and bend the knees so that the rib cage can rest on the tops of the legs. Shake your head yes.
Ears go side to the shoulders. Just let the neck totally relax. And release the arms to roll your way back up to stand. Once you're standing, let the shoulders lift a few times. And then arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward, soften the knees, sweep the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. Reach the heart forward, hands to the shins, look forward. Exhale, soften the knees, hug the legs, forward fold. Inhale, long, flat back, belly in, chest forward, hips back. Exhale to fold. Rise up, inhale, the arms high. And exhale, hands to heart, samastitihi. Stepping the left foot forward, coming into your crescent lunge, arms lift up alongside the ears, the back heel is lifted, the back knee is a little bent. You can always step back a little more if you want a wider lunge. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the elbows down by your sides, goddess arms. Inhale, lift arms up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Now we're going to inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale, bring the forearms together. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone slightly. Contract the front body as you squeeze the arms together. Inhale, open the heart, elbows, hands press back. Exhale, squeeze together. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Step to the top of the mat, widen your feet, and then bring your hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulders together, lift the chest. You can keep your hands on your hips or interlace the hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back, soften your knees, and then hang forward. Let your arms lift as you come into another forward fold ragdoll with your arms above your head. Or hands on the back. Release the arms to the floor. Draw the belly in and roll your way up. Arms by your side. Step your feet a little closer together. Inhale. Arms reach up. Grab the right wrist with your left hand. Lift up through the whole right side body. And then exhale, side bend. Pressing into that right foot, leaning to the left, holding and lifting up through that right arm. Inhale, separating the arms. Exhale, dive forward, sweeping the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, hands through the shins, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up through a flat back. Grabbing the left wrist,
Exhale, lean to the right, pressing down into the left foot strong, lifting up through the whole side rib cage as you lean over to the right. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, long, flat back. Exhale to fold. One more inhale and exhale. And then rise up, arms reach high, hands meet at your heart center. Samastitihi. Chin down, back of the neck long. Separate your feet slightly. And you're going to take your hands and spread the fingers wide. I'll come a little closer for this. So spread the fingers wide, feet rooted down, knees slightly bent. Put your thumbs right below the collarbones, and then your fingers along the back of the neck so that the pinky finger is pressing up against the base of the skull. So you're rooting down through the feet, elongating the neck, and then see if you can really root down through the soles of the feet, activate the muscles of the legs, activate your core, and then slowly release. Let the arms come down by your side. Let everything just hang for a moment. Interlace the hands in front of you and bring the elbows together and just start to rotate the wrists, lifting and lowering the elbows, and changing directions. And then at the top of your mat, you're going to bring your big toes to touch, heels slightly separate. Sit down into your Utkatasana, so lower the hips, fingertips reach down towards the ankles. Reach the arms forward. Sit the hips down a little more, plug the arms back, tuck the tailbone. And if you'd like to, lift the arms high overhead. Hands come to the heart. Lift the left heel from the ground so the left knee lifts up. And slowly start to reach the left toes back behind you to come into your crescent lunge with the right knee forward. Inhale, the arms reach up high. Exhale, elbows come down and out. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, back knee bends a little bit. Exhale, lower the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the elbows back, press the hands back, and exhale, bring the hands together. Squeeze the forearms really strongly together. Inhale and open. Exhale, squeeze it together as if you're stamping something onto paper, trying to get it to stick. Inhale, open. And exhale, squeezing it together. Hands come down to the hips. Step forward. Interlace your hands behind your back or just bring your hands to the low back. Soften the knees, widen the feet. If your hands are interlaced, change the grip, opposite one on top. Squeezing the shoulders back, lift the chest, and then bow forward. Letting your head hang. Release the arms down. Slowly roll your way up. And step the feet together. Looking out over your left shoulder. Step back, wide-legged stance. Heels and toes should be in a straight line from each other. Toes maybe feel like they're pulling in slightly. Hands on the hips. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, dive forward, bring the hands to the floor. If that's hard, you can bring your hands to your blanket or something lifted off the floor. Walk the hands back between the feet and maybe widen the feet a little bit. Let your head hang, soften the knees. Bending into your right knee, turn the right toes out and lunge over any amount to the right. So you can just make a little tiny bend, or you can drop the hips down all the way and lift the left toes up off the ground. And then slowly straighten back up through the center. And then bending into the left knee, turning the toes out slightly. You can just bend slightly or drop the hips all the way down to the heel, lifting the right toes up off the ground. Slowly come back up through center. Soften the knees, grab your ankles, and drawing your chest between your knees. Start to transfer the weight towards your toes, lifting up through the backs of the legs, and then bringing the weight back into the middle, soften the knees, rise up, step the feet together, arms by your side, Samastitihi. Bringing your toes to touch wherever you are on your mat. Soften down into the hips. Let the fingertips reach down towards the ankles. And then lifting your arms in front of you. It doesn't have to be a deep chair pose, just a very intentional one. Open your arms wide. And bring the left arm under the right. You can wrap for eagle pose with a double wrap of the hands, or you can hold your shoulders, either one. If you'd like to come into full eagle, lift your left heel off the ground. Lift your elbows a little higher, sink your hips a little lower. Maybe just wrap that left leg up and around the right leg, reaching the toes for the heel of the standing foot. Unwind. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your feet wide once again, this time the toes pointing out. And then sit down into goddess pose. letting the knees go in the same direction as the toes. So if the knees are bowing inwards, you want to try to lift and open the knees or turn the toes in slightly. Let the arms lift up high. And then exhale, lion's breath. Reach the tongue towards the chin. Inhale. Sit the hips even lower. And then stand, step the feet together. You can close your eyes, catch your breath. Bringing yourself back into your Utkatasana. Sit down through the hips. Reach the arms forward. Get your seat comfortable. And then inhale, arms out. Exhale, right arm under the left. Interlace the hands or hold onto the shoulders. Try to draw your chin and nose back. Lift your elbows a little higher. Sink your hips a little lower. Tailbone reaches towards the heels. Now, if you'd like to, right heel lifts off the ground. Find the stability in your left foot. Wrap the right leg around the left closely. This is optional. You can always stay in Utkatasana. If your legs are wrapped, really reach the toes towards the standing ankle. Draw the belly in. Unwind. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. Then widening the feet once again. Sink down into your goddess pose. Hands on top of the thighs. Press down into the hands to lift the shoulders. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lean to the right, pressing into your left hand. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the left, reaching down through the right wrist. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right one more time. Inhale. And then over to the left. Let yourself come back up. Step your feet together, standing in mountain pose, rocking back and forth. Find your feet on the ground and let yourself take a breath. Settling your energy down through the soles of your feet. Widen your feet on the mat once again, as wide as you can go. Turn your right toes towards the top of the mat and we'll come to warrior two. So bending into the right knee, let the arms lift and look towards the right fingertips. Inhale, taking a gentle warrior, lifting the fingertips to touch overhead, straightening the right leg. Exhale, come on down. Inhale to lift. And exhale, come back to warrior two. Coming into side angle pose, we're going to drop the right elbow onto the top of the thigh. Left hand reaches down in front of you and then up alongside your ear. Turn the pinky down and the thumb up. So you're internally rotating your arm to get that shoulder engagement. Draw the shoulder down the back. Start to turn your chest. You can keep your gaze on the floor or look up towards the ceiling, whatever is best for your stability. What I want you to do here is just find the length from the back heel to the upper arm. Slowly lifting yourself back up, hands to the hips, turn the toes in, and then turning the left toes out. Back heel can kind of slide back slightly. Left toes pointing straight to the top of the mat, bending into the left knee. Lift the arms and turn your gaze out towards the left middle finger. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Let the fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale to lift. And exhale, down to warrior two. Left forearm onto the top of the thigh. Slowly start to reach the right arm down, up and alongside the ear, turning the pinkies down, thumb up, rotate the shoulder to create space in the armpit, and then slide that back heel down a little more. See if you can create more length in the side body. Gently releasing the arm, lifting yourself back up, turn the toes in. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge forward. And bring your right hand onto the floor underneath your nose. You can widen your feet. Your back is still flat. Abdomen's parallel to the ground. Reach the left arm out to the side and up. See if you can keep the twist in the upper torso rather than letting the hips swing on over to the left. And then bring that left hand back down. And then the right arm reaches out to the side, lifting up as much as you can. Drawing the crown of the head forward, shoulders down the back. And come on down. Slowly bring the hands to the hips, lifting yourself up. And step the feet together. Draw the shoulders up and back a couple times. And then we'll take eagle once again, eagle arms. So you don't have to do the legs as much, but we're going to keep the feet about hip width distance apart. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, left arm under right. Either cross the arms or grab the shoulders. Sink your hips back, and we're just going to lower into a forward fold. So hips back as much as you can. Let the belly come on top of the thighs, and then let your head hang and the hands hang forward to get a little shoulder stretch here. And you can start lifting your hips, or you can keep them bent. And then release the arms, slowly coming back up. Let the shoulders circle up and back a couple times. And then arms out wide. Bring the right arm under the left. Interlace the hands or just hold the shoulders. Again, forward fold, soften the knees. Lead with the heart. Let the belly rest on top of the thighs, hips back. And then slowly let your shoulders, head, and chest release. And then once your shoulders and head are hanging, if you'd like to start shifting the weight a little bit towards the toes to lift the hips.
Get a good breath into the space between your shoulder blades. And release the arms. Slowly roll your way back up with your feet together. Circle up and back a couple more times. And facing the top of the mat, inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back into your plank and lower all the way down onto your belly. Slide your thumbs back to your rib cage. Flatten the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift the chest from the floor, draw the shoulder blades back, lift the heart, and exhale, lower on down. We'll do that one more time. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, start to peel the heart open, pressing the shoulder blades forward to lift the heart, and then lower back down. And we'll do that one more time. Slowly lift the chest from the floor and lower. Pressing yourself back into child's pose. Hips come back onto the heels, forehead rests on the mat. And lift yourself back up through tabletop once again. And come onto your belly, slowly lowering all the way down. What we're going to do is called bow pose. Lift your feet up off the ground, flex your feet. Squeeze your knees towards each other and try to squeeze your ankles towards each other as you lift your knees up off the ground. So that's the action of the lower body. The upper body is just like locust pose. You're going to lift the upper body, reach the fingertips back towards the ankles as you lift the thighs from the ground. So come on down and turn one cheek to the floor just to rest. That was an exploratory bow pose. If your fingertips can reach your ankles, feel free to grab them. But for now, we're just practicing the shape. So turn back to center. Lift your feet from the floor. Activate the lift of the knees and the thighs, squeezing the thighs together. Let the squeeze of your thighs help you to lift the chest up off the ground. Reach the fingertips back towards the ankles. Squeeze the thighs towards each other, knees towards each other. See if you can lift a little higher. Fingertips reach towards the feet. Press the soles of your feet up. And then lower, other cheek to the ground. Let yourself rest. Receive the passive neck stretch. And breathe. Turn your gaze back to the floor. Press yourself up through tabletop position.
And come on back onto your back. So we'll just come on around onto the back, hug the knees in, and gently rock side to side. Holding onto your left knee, let the right leg come down the mat. Bring your right hand to your right hip and hold the left knee with the left hand. Inhale, open the knee out to the side. Exhale, bring it back up. Keep your hips stably pressing down onto the floor. Inhale, open the knee. Keep that right hip anchored down. Exhale, come back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. This time we're going to hold it out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, swing, holding the knee in the hand, swing the foot out to the side. And exhale, bring the foot back in. Inhale, reach the foot out. Exhale, bring the foot in. 2 more. Open and close. Inhale, open and hold here. Breathing into the low belly, stabilizing the hips onto the ground. Slowly bring the heel in, hug the knee in, and we'll cross the knee over the body to twist. Reaching the left arm out to the side and looking towards the left hand, drawing the left knee over the body. If you need to bend the right knee to support the left knee, you feel free to do that too. And then slowly come back, give the knee a hug, and release. Right knee comes in, holding the right knee with the right hand, left hand on the hip. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee comes to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Hold it out to the side. Inhale, reach the heel out straight to the side. Exhale, lower the heel back in. Inhale, swing the leg straight. Exhale. Inhale, reach through the inner leg. Exhale. This time, inhale, hold it out, and let yourself just support the knee. Keep the left belly, left hip anchoring down. See if you can just straighten out through the inner ankle as much as possible. And then slowly bring it in. Hug the knee in, grab it with the opposite hand. So left hand grabs the right knee, pulls it across the body, and then reach the right arm out to the side. Turning your gaze to the right. And gently bring it back in for a hug. Squeeze the knee in. Release both legs down the mat. Savasana. Closing your eyes, spreading the arms wide along the side of the body. Feet wide. Letting the breath rest. Allowing the body to soften. Each exhale, letting your body get heavier and heavier. Start to deepen the breath. Gently wiggling the toes and the fingers. Maybe stretching the arms and the legs. And rolling onto one side of the body. Curling up. Keeping your eyes closed. And your head heavy. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Taking a moment, honoring yourself for your practice, for achieving whatever